Hi, I'm Jo Horgan. I'm a mum of two gorgeous kids. I'm a Melburnian, thank you, and I'm the founder of MECCA. So my parents are both entrepreneurs. They really taught me a lot about both selflessness and adventure because they came to visit Australia, scoped it out and went, this feels like the future. Fast forward to when I was 26, this time with my future husband, and again we arrived here in Melbourne on grand final weekend. Melbourne CBD is so firmly etched into my memory of it all. I started MECCA in 1997 because there was this seismic shift in beauty bubbling under the surface, where there were these new brands launching globally. They were conceived by makeup artists, and I felt there was a huge opportunity to bring these incredible new brands that had such energy and such presence to Australian consumers. And so we found our first store in Toorak Road, a little postage stamp of a thing at 80 square metres, 2 weeks before Christmas. And that was the crucible of the dream for MECCA. That's where it launched from. The absolute culmination of that is this store, MECCA Bourke Street, a playground for the spirit that every single person can experience. Every time I come in here, my spirit soars because I think we are delivering on that idea of this is a love letter, this is a gift to Melbourne. The MECCA team, who in all of their different iterations have helped build what was one tiny store into a business which has been able to impact gender equality causes through philanthropy in a really meaningful way through Empower. Empower launched in 2017. We turned our attention to how can we focus on gender equality. It's currently going to take 106 years to get there, according to the UN stats. We weren't okay with that. The first goal was to get 10,000 girls through high school. That was meant to take 5 years. We got there in 3 because education of girls is the single greatest lever towards gender equality. When we turned 25, we said 25 million over 5 years to gender equality focused causes. So we worked with 20 different social enterprises with the key focus on how can you empower women and girls and how can we embolden both our community and the world more broadly through beauty. That is our lever, that is our platform. To be able to sit here 28 years later and to be able to reflect, to be able to have raised 2 children in such a special environment that is Melbourne, that mixes the very best of nature and the very best of the cosmopolitan thriving city. To be able to watch team members flourish, arrive at 18, and you watch them 5, 10, 15, 20 years later presenting to 1,000 people at our leadership conferences. I feel like a proud stage mother, genuinely I do. And I then reflect on the way we've been able to contribute to causes that are born and bred out of Melbourne and the impact that we can have. And I feel like that first store is like this little pebble that's dropped into the still water of opportunity. And I have the privilege of watching the concentric circles as the impact goes broader and broader and broader.